Michigan Kingpins is brought to you by the Metro Detroit WHAC Association, your bowling resource. Lawrence Technological University, possible is everything. Frankenmuth Brewery and Restaurant, 150 years of tradition. Sandy Hansel and Associates, bowling is our business. Brunswick, the bowling leader. TROTSIDE Restaurant, Northville Downs' exciting dining experience. And Turbo Bowling Accessories, driven to bowl. Now, get ready for Michigan Kingpins, Metro Detroit's all-access bowling show. Here's your host, Mark Martin.
Welcome back to Michigan Kingpins, your all-access monthly show covering all bowling in the bowling capital of the world. This month we covered a couple of events. The first one is the Women's Series at Shelby Lanes. Now let's take it to Mark Rottenberg for all the action.
I'm here at Shelby Lanes in Utica for the Metro Detroit WHAC RIP 10 Entertainment Women's Series. This series has 6 events with all bowlers vying for the coveted Women's Series Cup. After the first event last month, the top 4 point leaders in the race for the Women's Series Cup starts with Robin Orlikowski from Grand Rapids, who won the first series event in convincing fashion. Rebecca Keegan of Carleton is in second place with her runner-up finish in last month's event. Former Women's Series Cup champion Lisa Bishop from Belleville is in third place, and Christine Bader from Warren is in fourth place. However, she was unable to compete in the second event today, so we will definitely see a change in the Cup standings after the second series event. Today's top finishers were Lisa Bishop from Belleville, Robin Orlikowski from Grand Rapids, Katie Bishop from Westland, Sasha Hudick from Northville, Jennifer Kreft from Warren, Sandra Schultz from Macomb, Lauren Roberts from Ferndale, Michelle Kearns from Lansing, Julio Chepik from Lansing, and Jennifer Pareto from Royal Oak. In the bowl-off, it's number 7 seed Lauren Roberts versus number 10 seed Jennifer Pareto, and the number 8 seed Michelle Kearns versus Julio Chepik. Julio Chepik barely made the cut, then caught fire in the quarterfinals. She bowled an impressive 265 to beat Michelle Kearns and advance to the quarterfinals. I'm here with Michelle Kearns from Lansing. Michelle, second event in a row, you made the cut, bowled real well. Why don't you tell me what happened today?
Well, the first couple games I had a little issue getting comfortable. Had the pocket, then left the pocket a little bit, but shot 230 the third game, felt real comfortable. Fourth game, finished it out pretty good. That got me to qualify. It's a tough shot today. Match play felt real comfortable. Julie shot a great game, 265 I believe it was, and great game. Can't take anything away from her. She was in the pocket all game.
Well, we look forward to seeing more of you on this series. You're doing well, you're competing well, and I look forward to keep seeing you how well you do in the standings.
Thank you very much. I'll be back next month.
7 seed Lauren Roberts competing against 10 seed Jennifer Pareto. Both got off to a slow start, with Pareto advancing to the quarterfinals with a score of 178. I'm here with Lauren Roberts of Hazel Park. Lauren, you were at last month's event. You didn't make the cut. You made the cut this week. Tell me what happened out there.
I got a little lucky the fourth game and found something, and I was able to get back. I was actually down, not ready to make the cut, and I bowled decent the fourth game to make the cut. And then I guess maybe just nerves got the best of me. I don't really know what happens. I was forcing the ball a little bit and couldn't really get through the shot, and just kind of lost.
Well, you looked good out there, as you said. You had to really compete hard to get in to make the cut.
It was a tougher shot today. Definitely less margin for error, and definitely made you concentrate a lot harder. So if the concentration wasn't there, it was a little tougher.
Well, there's a lot of good bowlers out there in this series, and we have the next month's event, and there's still 4 more events, and we look forward to a lot more out of you in the next couple of events.
Yeah, and we have a new house this year, new center. We're going to Mayflower this next one. So next month is going to be at Mayflower rather than here at Shelby. So that should be interesting. New center, new surroundings.
Well, great. We look forward to seeing you next month.
Thank you.
One of the women's series' fiercest competitors, Lisa Bishop, again won the #1 seed after the cut. However, she ran into a red-hot Julia Chepik, who was bowling a perfect game through 8 frames. She left the 10-pin in the 9th, but went on to win with a second straight game of 265. I'm here with Hall of Fame bowler and Women's Series veteran Lisa Bishop. Lisa, you had a great event today. Tell me about what happened today.
Well, I had a really good week this month. This month was much better than last, in my opinion. Drilled a new ball, the pivot by Ebonite, and had a really good look out the gate. I deal with transition a little differently than all the other girls. I'm getting a lot of over-under, so I have to figure that out. So it's really nice. The Women's Series, that's why I want to promote it to everybody. It teaches you how to build your game. So for me, I have to find out how to deal with the transition. I don't score as well as like Julia Chepik, so I've got to figure out how I can do that.
Speaking of Julia Chepik, you had to face her in the first round in the quarterfinals, and she was just red hot. Tell us about that match.
Well, I know from Go, I know Julie, we have a past history. We've bowled in many different tournaments together, so I know how good she is. We both respect each other's game. We know that we're going to strike a lot. So I knew from Go. In practice, I struck every shot. They changed a little, got a little carry down just like the last tournament, and I started getting wiggle. That's what I call wiggle. I wasn't carrying as well. She had a great look. She bowled outstanding. She threw 8 great shots. After that, it was pretty much over. But like I said, I just got to figure out how to manipulate the transition, and I'll be able to score with her.
Well, thanks for being with us today, and we look forward to seeing you at the next 4 events.
Thanks for coming out. Thank you.
Katie Bishop was consistent all day and was taking on Sandra Schultz in the quarterfinals. However, she bowled her best game of the day, 253, to advance to the semifinals. I'm here with Sandra Schultz of Macomb, who bowls out of Alley 59. Sandra, this is the second event that you participated in. You made the cut both events, had to have the bowl off to play in last month, but this one you just came out of the gates strong. Tell us what happened today.
Actually, the lanes were challenging for me to the least. They're not favorable to my shot. I am happy with the way I bowled. I would have liked a better outcome. I missed a couple of spares that probably really were costly, especially in the match that I lost. But, these are some really tough girls. There's some really strong competition. We're starting to see a couple of new younger players come out, so that's great. But I will certainly be back.
Well, we're going to be at some different lanes next month, the Mayflower lanes. What do you think you're going to try to work on at the next event?
I'm constantly working on my game. I have to make my timing more precise. I've never been to Mayflower, so I'm looking forward to a new center, a new challenge, and I'll be ready.
Well, we're glad to have you on the Women's Series, and we look forward to having you continue to rise up in the Cup standings.
It's a great tournament. It's a great series. We just need to get some more bowlers out here.
Thanks a lot. Number 4 seed Sasha Hudek was going against number 5 seed Jennifer Kreft. It was a pretty even match, but it was Hudek who posted a 230 to advance to the semifinals. I'm here with Jennifer Kreft of Warren. Jennifer, you didn't make the cut last event. You made the cut this event. Tell me what happened out there today.
Well, I definitely bowled a lot better than the last event. I've been bowling more the past few weeks, so my ability to repeat shots definitely got a little bit more consistent. So obviously it resulted in some better scores, so a lot better finish today. So.
In this last quarterfinal match, it was a little tough. People are saying the lanes have been a little tough out there today. Why don't you tell me what happened in that last quarterfinal match for you?
They definitely hooked more than they did during qualifying, and I got a couple bad breaks at the beginning. I had a couple shots go high, one for a fast 8, one for a 4-pin that I didn't trip. Made a move at a flat 10 and just, kind of struggled getting the pins to fall down. Threw some good shots, but, didn't get the breaks. So.
Well, we expect a lot out of you the rest of the season, and I look forward to you to keep climbing up the point standings. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Upset-minded and new bowler Jennifer Pareto was hoping to keep her streak alive going against Katie Bishop. It was very close after the 4th frame, with Pareto clinging to a 5-pin lead. However, Bishop found her groove and posted strikes in the 5th, 6th, and 7th frame. Bishop went on to advance to the finals with a score of 224. I'm here with Jennifer Pareto of Royal Oak. Jennifer, you didn't compete in last month's event, and you competed last year in the women's series and never made the cut.
Yes.
You made the cut today, and the 10th bowler. Tell us about what happened today.
I just practiced a lot, and today the cards just were dealt right for me.
Well, you made it through that bowl off to make it into the quarterfinals, and you had the toughest competitor out there. You had Robin Orlikowski, who won last month's event. Tell us about that upset.
She is an amazing competitor, and I was just honored, honestly, to bowl on the same lanes as her. It was a great match. She's a really tough competitor. I just tried to match everything she did and try and keep up the pace. Unfortunately, she left a couple of 10 pins, and I got a couple of lucky shots.
Well, today was definitely your day. We look forward to seeing you continue through the series and continue to rise up to the cup standings.
Thank you so much.
Sasha Hudek was hoping her luck would continue as she faced the second event's hottest bowler, Julie Oczepik. But Julie was on a mission and would not be denied, posting a 230 to advance to the finals. I'm here with Sasha Hudek from Northville, who bowls out of Oak Lanes. She didn't make the cut last month, but she made the cut this month. Sasha, why don't you tell us about your run today?
It was fantastic. I struggled a little bit in the middle, but just made sure that I made good shots when I needed to.
Well, you know, you ran into the red-hot bowler of Julie Oczepik, who's on fire today. Tell us about that final match.
Well, I made a couple bad shots that really, I think, cost me in the end. But Julie's a great bowler, and if I'm going to lose to somebody, I'd rather it be her.
Well, you know, the great thing about this women's series is that there's different competitors who post good scores every month, and then there's different bowlers. So will you be competing at the next events?
Absolutely. I'm already signed up.
Well, that's great. Well, we look forward to seeing you throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you.
So now the table was set for the finals. It was number 3 seed Katie Bishop against the number 10 seed Julie Oczepik. Bishop threw spares in the first 2 frames, with Oczepik edging her out barely with a spare and a strike. Katie continued to struggle until she posted a strike in the 5th. But this match, as was most of the day, belonged to Oczepik, who posted a turkey, then a spare in the 6th. She continued her amazing run to the championship, posting her first win of the season with a 226. I'm here with Katie Bishop of Westland. Katie, you had a great run today. Why don't you tell us what happened?
Basically, I started off a little bit sluggish in the first game, and then I made a couple good moves in the second game, and kind of got comfortable and went on from there and got myself into qualifying.
You were doing great through the quarterfinals and the semifinals, posting some great scores, but then you ran into the red-hot Julie Oczepik. Why don't you tell us what happened in that final match?
I just made some bad, mental errors, mistakes during practice. I decided to go with a different ball and should have just stuck with the same thing I was using all day.
Well, you had an amazing day. Congratulations with runner-up, and we look forward to seeing you throughout the rest of the year.
All right, thank you.
I'm here with Julie Oczepik from Reese, Michigan, but I don't want to stand too close to you because you're on fire. What an amazing day you had today. Why don't you tell us what happened?
I used a new ball from DV8 called the Dude. It's an awesome ball. Everyone needs to get one. It really helped me through match play. Shot 264, 265. I just took it one frame at a time, and I just kept striking.
You were the last one to make the cut today, and then you came out and made it into the quarterfinals, and then you faced Lisa Bishop, always a tough competitor. Why don't you tell me about that match? You had a perfect game going through 8.
I did. Like I said, I just took it frame by frame, and I had a good ball reaction, and they just all fell. And Lisa is a tough competitor, and it could have went either way. And got to get a dude.
Well, I'll tell you what, you posted big scores. I think you averaged 265 in the quarterfinals and the semifinals. Tell us about that last match.
The last match, I used a different ball. I used a Mean Streak Brawler by Brunswick. Didn't have what I thought was a solid look. Just took it one shot at a time, and had some spares I had to cover. And Katie's a tough competitor as well, and just went my way through that match.
Well, we want to congratulate you for the first win of the season, and we look forward to seeing you through the other 4 events of the Women's Series. Thanks for being with us.
I'll be here. Thank you.
There are 4 more events in the Metro Detroit USBC RIP 10 Entertainment Women's Series Cup, and we invite all bowlers to come out and compete in the remaining events. The next tournament is on November 10th at Mayflower Lanes in Redford. Then we'll be back at Shelby Lanes in Utica on January 12th and March 9th. And the final series event is on April 13th at Mayflower Lanes, where we will crown the 2014 Women's Series Cup champion.
Are you into bowling? Then you need to check out TurboTech. Located in Chesterfield, Michigan, just 30 miles northeast of Detroit, TurboTech is a USBC regional training facility that has something to offer bowlers of all skill levels. We also offer coaching certification courses and much, much more. So if you're looking for success, there's only one place to go: TurboTech.
We want you. We are LTU, Lawrence Technological University, and is one of the nation's best schools for engineering, architecture, and technology. We don't want just anybody. We want students who are curious and driven, students who want to change the world through technology, science, and design. So if you believe that possible is everything, we want you at LTU.
Come to Frankenmuth's Little Bavaria to enjoy the old world atmosphere, shopping on Main Street, and the food at the Frankenmuth Brewery and Restaurant. This historic destination is located at the north end of Main Street at the top of the hill. The brewery is known for its classic American fare with banquet facilities available. It's the only restaurant in Frankenmuth that has outdoor dining overlooking the scenic Cass River. Frankenmuth Brewery produces award-winning craft beers, ales, and root beers which can be found in your favorite restaurants and stores. Continue the family tradition and come to the Frankenmuth Brewery.
As you can see, we've adopted the baby sling.
It's good to be close to your child.
But it's good to be far from the AT&T DSL hub, because the farther you are from it, the slower your...
AT&T DSL internet speeds.
That's right.
Bill, are you okay?
Yeah, I just think we should set up base camp and then move on in the morning.
Go way faster than AT&T. Awesome is having the fastest internet, and now the fastest in-home Wi-Fi from Xfinity.
If your birthday is near, Thunderbolt Lanes is the place to party. Check out Thunderbolt's Cosmic Bowling with cool light effects and great music. Bowl with your friends, have fun, and when you're done, check out Thunderbolt's new arcade. Games are free at your birthday party. That's right, play as much as you want. And with pizza and soft drinks, we have everything to make your party a smash. Check out Cosmic Bowling and Arcades at Thunderbolt Lanes for your next birthday party. Call 313-928-4688 for more info.
Welcome back to Michigan Kingpins. This month we covered the Adult Youth Tournament. Metro Detroit has been running this for the last 8 years. It was at Taylor Lanes just a couple weeks ago. One adult, one child, parents, kids, other adults, other children. Great event. Good time to go out and play with the kids, compete with the bowlers, and overall, just have a good time. The winners of this year's event: Craig and Tanya Thomas of Southfield with a handicap score of 1486. Other ones who finished tops were Cooper and Christopher McMichael of Warren, Miranda Norris and Mike Norris of Melvindale, Taylor and Sherry Thomas of Southfield, Dortha and Jalen King of Detroit, Naomi and Jacqueline Smith of Southfield, and Damian Hutchcraft and Ernie Segura Sr. of Taylor. One of our proud sponsors of the Michigan Kingpins is Lawrence Tech. As you recall, back in August, Coach Bressler was here talking about his team and how good they were going to do, the upcoming freshmen, those kind of things. They bowled in a couple events now. Okay, in late September at Palace Lanes in Columbus, Ohio, the Lawrence Tech team, both the varsity and junior varsity men's team and the women's team all competed. Here's the results. The Lawrence Tech varsity team finished 4th out of 17. Not bad, Coach Bressler. And the JV team, 3rd out of 14 teams. Now on the girls' side, there were 11 teams that competed. Lawrence Tech finished 6th. Then they came back the next weekend in Wisconsin and bowled in the 43rd annual Midwest Collegiate Tournament. The men's team, out of 42 teams, finished in the middle of the pack. They finished 20th. And the women's team, 23rd out of 30 teams. And then they were in Adrian at Lenawee Recreation for the WHAC Jamboree. 7 teams competed, the men's varsity team. They finished 3rd. The men's JV team finished 3rd out of 6 teams. The women, they finished 5th out of 7. That Lawrence Tech team, they're up and coming. We're going to cover them all year long. The men, the women, the JV team, cover them all year long, all the way to the end of the season. But coming up next, a very special guest, another member of the class of 2013, the Detroit Bowling Hall of Fame, right here on Michigan Kingpins.
Are you into bowling? Then you need to check out TurboTech. Located in Chesterfield, Michigan, just 30 miles northeast of Detroit, TurboTech is a USBC regional training facility that has something to offer bowlers of all skill levels. We also offer coaching certification courses and much, much more. So if you're looking for success, there's only one place to go: TurboTech.
We want you. We are LTU, Lawrence Technological University, and is one of the nation's best schools for engineering, architecture, and technology. We don't want just anybody. We want students who are curious and driven, students who want to change the world through technology, science, and design. So if you believe that possible is everything, we want you at LTU.
Come to Frankenmuth's Little Bavaria to enjoy the old world atmosphere, shopping on Main Street, and the food at the Frankenmuth Brewery and Restaurant. This historic destination is located at the north end of Main Street at the top of the hill. The brewery is known for its classic American fare with banquet facilities available. It's the only restaurant in Frankenmuth that has outdoor dining overlooking the scenic Cass River. Frankenmuth Brewery produces award-winning craft beers, ales, and root beers which can be found in your favorite restaurants and stores. Continue the family tradition and come to the Frankenmuth Brewery.
Owning and operating a bowling center is a unique business, and no one knows it like Sandy Hansel and Associates. We have been buying, selling, and valuing bowling centers for over 30 years. We have sold over 500 centers and valued more than 1,200 centers throughout the United States and Canada. We often assist the purchaser in securing financing, obtaining your liquor license transfers, and avoiding potential pitfalls unique to this business. Trust your next bowling center transaction to Sandy Hansel and Associates, bowling's only full-service brokers, appraisers, and financial advisors. You can find us at sandyhansel.com.
300 isn't just a number, it is our destination. Shouting at a ball will make it strike more. Nothing is as satisfying as hurling dangerously heavy spheres at stationary objects and watching X's fill the frames. You know it, we know it. So here's to the ballers, the lane dwellers, the alley cats. A new breed is rising from the lanes. We are DV8. Tonight we bowl.
Welcome back to Michigan Kingpins. It's my honor to have one other member of the class of 2013 of the Detroit Bowling Hall of Fame with us today, Carol Schemmers. Welcome, Carol.
Thank you, Mark. A pleasure to be here.
Well, you're going to join 200 plus others that have preceded you into the Hall of Fame. I know that you bowled with some of the ladies that are currently in the Hall of Fame. And what got you here? I mean, you know, what did you accomplish in life that finally stuck out?
Well, I've been in bowling for probably 60 years, and my greatest accomplishment was, of course, when I went to the World Championship, and we went to Paris, and then we went on to London to bowl, and I won 3 medals. I won 2 silvers and a bronze, and had a great time, met a lot of nice people, and then came back and we set some titles on my home team, Jack rolled, tool and die, and from there we went on, and now I'm just sort of retired at Cherry Hill Lanes North in Clarkston.
Okay.
And working for a lovely family, and I love it there.
Okay. Well, you know, representing your country, I don't care what sport it's in, is just a tremendous honor. And, you know, all these years later, because that was, you know, 2 or 3 years ago maybe that happened, something like that.
Yeah,
all these years later, I mean, it's still great to have that
It is.
accomplishment in your resume and in your heart.
It is. It is.
So you indicated you're working for Cherry Hill North these days,
Yes.
and have been for a number of years as their
26
lead
years,
coordinator.
yes.
And what gives you the most pleasure in that? You've been in the bowling business and around bowling your entire life.
I think meeting the people, they're all my friends.
Okay.
I see them once a week.
Okay.
They all come in and say hello, and we have a great time. And I stress to the juniors that bowling is something they can be doing when they're 80 years old as well, you know, where a lot of sports you cannot do that.
Right.
But
right. So, well, We got a banquet coming up in a couple weeks.
Yep.
November 10th.
Yep.
You'll have you got your speech down yet? Do you figure out what you're going to say? You know.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, you and I don't tell me now.
I
Surprise
will.
me.
Okay, I will.
You know, you remember when you and I spoke on the phone a few weeks ago. You know, you said, "Well, how much time do I have, and what's expected of me?" And I told you,
Right.
Carol, this is your night to shine.
Right.
And we want that to happen. So November 10th at DeCarlo's, Sunday, November 10th. We'll see you there.
Okay, Mark.
All right,
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carol. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
And we'll continue that relationship. I'll see you every year at Cherry Hill North,
right.
the League Officers School, like I have for so many years.
Yeah.
So, and we'll be back right after this message.
Owning and operating a bowling center is a unique business, and no one knows it like Sandy Hansel and Associates. We have been buying, selling, and valuing bowling centers for over 30 years. We have sold over 500 centers and valued more than 1,200 centers throughout the United States and Canada. We often assist the purchaser in securing financing, obtaining your liquor license transfers, and avoiding potential pitfalls unique to this business. Trust your next bowling center transaction to Sandy Hansel and Associates, bowling's only full-service brokers, appraisers, and financial advisors. You can find us at sandyhansel.com.
As you can see, we've adopted the baby sling.
It's good to be close to your child.
But it's good to be far from the AT&T DSL hub, because the farther you are from it, the slower your
AT&T DSL internet speeds.
That's right.
Bill, are you okay?
Yeah, I just think we should set up base camp and then move on in the morning.
Go way faster than AT&T. Awesome is having the fastest internet, and now the fastest in-home Wi-Fi from Xfinity.
We want you. We are LTU, Lawrence Technological University, and is one of the nation's best schools for engineering, architecture, and technology. We don't want just anybody. We want students who are curious and driven, students who want to change the world through technology, science, and design. So if you believe that possible is everything, we want you at LTU.
Are you into bowling? Then you need to check out TurboTech. Located in Chesterfield, Michigan, just 30 miles northeast of Detroit, TurboTech is a USBC regional training facility that has something to offer bowlers of all skill levels. We also offer coaching certification courses and much, much more. So if you're looking for success, there's only one place to go: TurboTech.
Come to Frankenmuth's Little Bavaria to enjoy the old world atmosphere, shopping on Main Street, and the food at the Frankenmuth Brewery and Restaurant. This historic destination is located at the north end of Main Street at the top of the hill. The brewery is known for its classic American fare with banquet facilities available. It's the only restaurant in Frankenmuth that has outdoor dining overlooking the scenic Cass River. Frankenmuth Brewery produces award-winning craft beers, ales, and root beers which can be found in your favorite restaurants and stores. Continue the family tradition and come to the Frankenmuth Brewery.
Half hour goes by pretty quick when you're covering bowling, so that's all the time we've got this week. But next month we're going to cover 4 events. We're going to cover the Junior Masters, the Super Senior Masters, another Women's Series event, this time at Mayflower Lanes, and the Detroit Bowling Hall of Fame. Then we're going to make a special visit to Turbo Grips, about the latest and greatest in bowling technology. On Michigan Kingpins, your all-access show for everything bowling in the bowling capital of the world.
Michigan Kingpins is brought to you by the Metro Detroit USBC Association, your bowling resource. Lawrence Technological University, possible is everything. Frankenmuth Brewery and Restaurant, 150 years of tradition. Sandy Hansel and Associates, bowling is our business. Brunswick, the bowling leader. TROTSIDE Restaurant, Northville Downs' exciting dining experience, and Turbo Bowling Accessories, driven to bowl.